Hi guys! Hey there! And how are you? I don't know, but I'm fine. I just got off work. I wanted to do a different video for my, my, like, 100 subscribers video. I thought that'd be kind of cool to do something different. So I'm gonna do this cool, like, little personality test thing that I just watched another YouTuber do that I watch, and I figured, that sounds kind of fun. It's like a way of everybody getting to know me a teeny bit better. Maybe not at all. I don't know. So let's do this. Also, there may be like some jumps every once in a while because I probably will play different things of music that I have set up just to keep it going because I like the whole music thing. It's my thing now. Anyways, it says, this takes less than 12 minutes. Answer honestly, even if you don't like the answer, and try not to leave any neutral answers. Alright, well that sounds doable, maybe. Alright, it says, you find it difficult to introduce yourself to other people. I agree with that. Because, I mean, I'm decently outgoing, and if I think that there's already like a connection, like, oh, you like Dragon Ball Z and so do I, or you like Sailor Moon or Garfield or the beach, or like this person that we both talk about, like our friend, then it's easier for me to talk to someone. But if it's like just, I don't know, it's just really hard for me to like just talk to people, even online. Like I'm just really like reclusive. I like doing my own thing, I guess. If this music is too loud, I'm sorry. It says, you often get lost in thoughts that, no, you often get so lost in thoughts that you ignore or forget your surroundings. No, not even a little bit. I almost always know what's around me or what I'm around or where I am. Like, I trip over myself all the time, but I always see the things that I'm gonna trip over. I'm just clumsy. Like, I can't do anything. Also, I'm wearing a blanket. It's kind of cold in here. You know. Whatevs. I don't know why that was like an afterthought, but it was. You try to respond to your emails as soon as possible and cannot stand a messy inbox. That's actually not true. I have to disagree because, I mean, I do respond to my emails like as soon as possible just because I like people to know that I'm talking to them. But I actually gonna say this, like my inbox has mail in it from like 2012 or 2013 because I used to keep it completely clean, like of everything. Like everything has a, like its each individual folder and it's all like that. Like the folders and stuff are all still there, but I just stopped after a while. I just don't feel like going through a million emails, but I don't want to delete them all because there might be something in there that I want to remember. So, that's a thing. You find it easy to stay relaxed and focused even when there is some pressure. Nah, I disagree. Not strongly, but I do disagree with that because it is hard for me to stay relaxed. Like, even in, like, on a relaxing day, I'm like, oh no, did I forget something? Nah, you're just stupid. I just turned the music down, by the way. That's why there was like a thing. It says, you do not usually initiate conversations. I only agree a little bit. Because there are sometimes I do initiate the conversations. Like, it's just not a lot. So, I mean, I guess that's what the question is, but, like, I don't want to completely disagree with it. Or completely agree with it, rather. You rarely do something just out of sheer curiosity. I disagree completely. I do everything out of sheer curiosity. I'm like a cat. I'm like, oh, what does this do? And there goes the world. You feel superior to other people. Completely disagree. Like, I have this thing where when I see other people, my mind automatically comes up with like 10 ways that they are all better than me. Like, and I'm always at the bottom. Like, even if I hate that person, I'm like, yeah, I don't like your face, but I mean, at least you're smarter than me or something like that. That's the way that things go for me. Like, it's not like, I don't know, it's not like I get, I don't know. It's, I don't know, it's just like, I don't ever get like that feeling like I'm better than you are. I mean, I might get angry and say it, but that's only just because I'm mad at you. Being organized is more important to you than being adaptable. Nah, I disagree. Not strongly, but I do disagree because dude, I'm gonna say I love being organized. It's my favorite thing to do. Like, I like going through movies and organizing them. I think I've talked about this before. I probably ranted about it on my night rants. But, I do like being organized, but I would show you my room right now, like pick up the camera and show you, but I don't feel like it because it's not organized right now. It's like organized chaos. Like, if you were to come in here and clean up, I would be very angry because I was like, you know, you don't know what you're throwing away, and I don't know where anything is. But I also like being adaptable, like, just change, you know, just like that, you know, like, oh, I can change for this person, or I can do this, so yeah. Let's see. You are usually highly motivated and energetic. Disagree. Not strongly, because I am ADHD. I'm very, very hyper all the time. I am always energetic, constantly. Like, even whenever I'm like in my downward mobility and like not wanting to do anything, like I'm still like my legs will start like twitching. I'm like, gosh, I just want to go do something, you know? So that's a thing, but I'm not usually motivated to do anything. Like, my motivation is like, oh, it's very bad. My motivation is like low. It's very low. Winning a debate matters less to you than making sure no one gets upset. Disagree. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be like mean, but if you get upset over like an argument or a debate of something, I would much like, then sorry, like, I'm gonna hurt your feelings, but what, like, if I win, then I win. Like, which really sounds so mean. I don't mean for it to sound as mean as it sounds, but it sounds very, very mean. It's not that I want you to be upset, but I'm like, if I'm arguing with you about something, I'm definitely going to get my point across so that you understand the reason that I am trying to get that point across, or why I believe that I'm correct, I guess. Plus, if I'm arguing with you, I'm probably not thinking like, oh, I'm not going to hurt your feelings. You often feel as if you have to justify yourself to people. I literally just did that with like the debate thing. I'm not going to hurt your feelings. I mean, you know. Yeah, 100% of the time, I'm always feeling like no matter what I say, I have to justify myself to other people, even if I don't even know you. That's like my thing. Your home and work environments are quite tidy. Disagree strongly. Yay. You do not mind being at the center of attention. I like it. I like it. Not a lot, because like being the center of attention, have something in my eye. Very sorry. Probably my bangs. I don't like being in the center of attention all the time. I actually very, very much like being left alone. Like, just let me disappear and I'll go away, and like nobody will ever have to like worry about it. I'll just disappear. But I also very much like the center of attention. Like, whenever I guess nobody likes the center of attention whenever it's a bad thing, but whenever it's a great thing, they're like, oh yeah, I'm the center of attention, look, go me. But I don't mind it, but I'm not always for it, so that's why I'm not strongly agreeing with it. You consider yourself more practical than creative. Not at all. I'm all creative. Like, I do some certain things like practically, but 90% of the time I'm just creative all the time. Like, I just want to like create things. People can rarely upset you. I'm gonna only very minimally agree with this, because I can be upset very easily by people that I know, but people that I don't know, or people that I don't care about, like, not that I don't care about them, but like, I don't know, if you just aren't like related to me or real close to me, then I don't care what you have to say. Because at the end of the day, you don't go home with me. I'm not gonna see you every day or every other day or at every family reunion. I'm not gonna see you, you know, all the time. So I don't care what you have to say. Like, I do appreciate like criticism and stuff like that, but you know, people can't really upset me over something, you know? Like, in fact, I'd rather someone just be like, you know what, you suck, rather than just being like, oh, you know, yeah, you're so great, and then, like, doing something else, you know? I don't know. I just like honesty, I guess. But yeah, you can't really upset me, you know? I can upset me. I've done that a lot. Your travel plans are usually well thought out. Yeah, 100%. Like, I don't like going places. I do like spur of the moment things and being spontaneous, but even in all the chaos of that, I like being planned. Like, you might think, oh, this is so spontaneous, yay, we're gonna go do something great. Eyeball has a place, you know, something there. But I'm actually like undermining it because I'm actually sort of planning it and like thinking it out, because you have to. How can you leave that to something? Oh my gosh! I'm back. Sorry. It is often difficult for you to relate to other people's feelings. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to agree with this, but only because, like, I mean, I can relate really easily. Like, whenever I like watch a movie or something, I always can put myself into like the person's shoes, even if I hated the person the entire movie and then something happens to them. Like, I was just watching a movie like that the other night and I didn't like this person. They were a very bad person, but at the end, like, the way that they got their comeuppance, I was just like, that person didn't deserve that. That's so mean. Like, I do relate to other people's feelings rather well, but it's often, like, it's really difficult for me to do that. Like, if there's somebody who's, like, really, really sensitive, the more sensitive you are, the harder it is for me to relate to your feelings, because for me, it's like, why are you so sad? You know, why are you, you know, like, why are you letting so much get to you whenever you shouldn't let all that get to you? You should be fine, you know? Don't be like that. Stop, you know? Plus, I'm always feeling so much of my own feelings, which sounds very selfish, but sorry. Don't know what's going. Your mood can change very quickly. Yes, it can! I can go from, like, boom, hey guys, and then I could be like, so sad. Why? And then go right back to being happy again. It's just a thing that happens. In a discussion, truth should be more important than people's sensitivities. Yes. Sorry. But yes. You rarely worry about how your actions affect other people. I disagree strongly with this. This is like my constant fear that something I do is going to hurt someone else. Unless I don't like them. Like, well, not unless I don't like them, because even if I don't like them, I'm still worried about it. Like, I have such, it's like I don't care what people think about me, but I have such a need to, like, I want people to like me. So yeah, I do worry about stuff like that. So it's like, I don't want someone else to get hurt because of something stupid I did. And I also wouldn't want, like, I don't know, them to be angry because, you know, I did something stupid, you know. I don't know. It's hard to explain, I guess. Your work style is closer to random energy spikes than to methodical and organized approach. No, actually it's not. Because, like, let's say, I'm going to strongly disagree with this one because, I mean, yeah, I get random energy spikes, but the way I work, like at work, is like, say they have me on like Asian for the day. I was training someone, sort of training someone. I wasn't really training them because they kind of knew how to do it, but they were asking me questions. And I was telling them how I do it. Like, we have like, what, like let's just say we have 12 dishes, because I'm pretty sure that it's 12 things that I have to put out. Well, whenever I'm over there cooking, I'll have all those things set out with each individual like ingredients in each pan, so I can just throw it over there and start cooking on the wok, and then put it, you know, in like the pan and then go put it out. Like, it's how I do it. And then I'll put the easier ones together. Like, if I use the same sauce for like 3 of them, then I'll put those together, because they'll be using the same sauce and I can cook both of them at the same time, and then we'll be done. So yeah, very much methodical. I tried to click it again even though it was already clicked. You are often envious of others. All the time. Constantly. I'm not gonna lie about that one. I'm just very, I have little green monster. It's maybe not jealousy as much as it is envy, because I can be jealous of a few things, but envy, I'm very envious, like constantly, of a lot of other people, of a lot of different things. An interesting book or video game is often better than a social event. Absolutely. Cannot stand being in like a big thing. Like, it just makes me nervous because I feel like people are watching me, or they notice things about me that I don't notice about me, or they notice things about me that I do notice about me. Like, oh, she has like a bite mark on her face. Did you know that? Yeah. And I do. You probably can't see it on this camera. Maybe one day I will get close enough to you can see it. I may have done it in a random night rants, but I don't know. But yes, there is a bite mark there. It's a scar. Being able to plan and stick to... I just skipped everything. Being able to develop a plan and stick to it is the most important part of every project. Nah. Like, not completely. Like, I like being able to have a plan and stick to it, but sometimes it's like the great ideas that just, you know, come out of nowhere, you know? You gotta have those. You got to. You rarely get carried away by fantasies and ideas. 100% disagree. I'm always, like, if I sit here long enough and listen to the music that's playing, in fact, it's actually happened a few times while I'm reading the questions, I'll go, like, in a completely different place. Like, I'll still be talking to you and I'll still answer the question, but it's 100% me, like, daydreaming whilst doing that. But I can't help it. It's hard to not, you know? You often find yourself lost in thought when you are walking in nature. Yeah. Nature, like, I don't go outside a lot. I mean, just because I'm usually on my computer. But it's so nice outside, you know? Like, not today, it's raining. But even when it's raining, isn't it like the greatest thing? Like, just to go outside and walk in the rain. Like, you don't have to worry about anything. Yeah, you're getting like soaking wet. You don't have an umbrella, nothing. You're just walking in the rain. And you just get to feel like a kid again. You know, I like to play in the rain too, but like even when you're sad, if you just walk in the rain, you know, like it just reminds you like there's so many things, there's so many sounds, there's so many like smells, like you get to smell the rain on like nature and like trees and stuff. You get to hear it. You get to see all of, like, the animals, like, going, like, trying to get under, like, cover or something. The wind. Like, I love nature. Nature's great, you know? Even on, like, a sunny day, if you ever just, like, sit in your car or something, or even, like, just outside on the ground, and you just, like, listen, like, on the calm days whenever it's just, like, sunny, and you can just hear the wind moving through the trees. Man, those are good times. Those are really good times. Those are the best times. Don't let those, like, go to, you know, don't let those go to waste. If someone does not respond to your email quickly, you start worrying if you said something wrong. Yeah. Like, it doesn't have to be super quick, but, like, if you don't reply to me, like, within a certain amount of, like, hours, or... like, if you're talking to me, like, right away, and then you don't reply to me for a few minutes, yeah, I'm gonna be worried immediately. But if I, like, send you something randomly and you don't reply to me for hours, or even, like, days, I'd get more and more worried. But, yeah, that's why I didn't put fully agree, because I would get kind of worried about it, you know. As a parent, you would rather see your child grow up kind than smart. Um, I'm gonna say very slightly agree. Because I want my kid to be nice, but, like, I don't have a child, but if I ever had one, I'd want my kid to be nice. And I know that's probably irritating to some people, like, saying kid, because that's like a goat. I had a teacher that had a problem with it. It's just a weird anecdote, my bad. But, like, I want them to also be really smart, you know? Not, like, smart as in go get good grades and make an education for yourself, but I want to see them smart. Like, don't go falling for other people's, like, things, you know? Don't be too kind where you end up hurting yourself because you're so kind, you know? Like, be smart about it, you know? Think about yourself every once in a while. Learn how to say no, you know? It just hurts me when people, like, give too much of themselves and they don't ever have time for themselves, and you can see them hurting, but there's nothing you can do about it. You do not let other people influence your actions. I'm gonna very minimally agree with this one too, because yeah, I don't necessarily care about what people think or like what they have to say, but like if it's a close friend or something like that, I might be more willing to listen to what they have to say than most people. And that just got loud. But it was like super quiet for a long time there. I don't even know if you guys can hear anything. But I don't know, I like people, but I don't want to let them completely influence me, I guess. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know, like my friend, he's helping me, he's helped me out a lot, you know, he's one of the reasons I also want to go ahead and move to Korea, you know, I mean, yeah, he wasn't like, oh yeah, go for it, he was more like, hey, let's be realistic, but, you know, it's in a good way, you know, it's like a friend way, you know, shows they care. Your dreams tend to focus on the real world and its event. My dreams? Nah. Not even, like, nah. No. Like, a little bit, but no. Like, I don't really focus on a lot of that kind of stuff. I just focus on, like, hey, this is fun. It does not take you much time to start getting involved in social activities at your new workplace. New workplace? Oh, absolutely not. Like, maybe if I had been there for a really long time and I know the people and I'm maybe friends with them, that might be something. But the fact that it's a new, it's saying like new workplace, when I'm in a brand new workplace or a new school or a new environment, I won't say anything. Like, I won't even talk to people until they force me to talk to them, or they come up to me and they're like, hey, you know, we're friends, what's up, you know? I just don't like talking to people. I'm like, which is surprising because I like talking. I talk a lot. Like the way that I'm talking to you guys, I talk a lot. I actually get on people's nerves because I talk so much. But whenever it's like new people, I won't ever even speak. Like, I've scared people because I just don't speak. Not scared them like, oh, I didn't know you were there. Just scared people because they were like, why don't you speak? It's kind of scary. You're creeping me out. Creeping me out. You are more of a natural improviser than a careful planner. Nah. I like to carefully plan things. Like, I'll improvise when I need to, but nah. I like to plan things. Your emotions control you more than you control them. You enjoy going to social events that involve dress-up or roleplay activities. Yeah! Cosplay for the win. All the way. Love it. It's like, oh man, like, yeah, dress up is fun. I don't know, which reminds me, I do want to go to a, like, I've not ever gone to like a Comic-Con. I want to go so bad. So bad. Wouldn't that be so great? Or, you know, if you go to Japan, you can go to like, Harajuku, and like you can just dress up like on the streets. You can just walk around like as like I don't know, Zelda or something. Like, it'd be amazing! Ah! That'd be so fun. That'd be so fun. Oh, I've always wanted to, like, buy just, like, a wedding dress and just wear it. Like, just go get a wedding dress and just wear it out, like, on the streets. That'd be so cool. Or just wear it out in the woods and, like, run through the woods until it gets all ripped up and torn and it looks all gross and, like, amazing. Like you just was, like, running for your life. That'd be so cool. That'd be the best thing ever. all the wedding dressmakers in the world just, like, you know, gasped just now. They were like, oh. You often spend time exploring unrealistic and impractical yet intriguing ideas. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, come on. I'm one of those people that believes that Dragon Ball Z could, you know, exist or does exist, you know. I'm that person, you know. I love it. You would rather improvise than spend time coming up with a detailed plan. This is kind of like hand in hand with, like, this is kind of hand in hand than like what I did before, except this time I'm going to go this one. Very minimally agree, but only because of the way that they phrased it. Because, like, if you could improvise instead of coming up with a detailed plan, that's kind of cool. Like, what if you are at work and you need to do something? Like, you need to cook this dish or you need to write out this floor plan or something like that. But, you know, like, the detailed plan would take you 30 minutes and say you want to, or not 30 minutes, let's just say 3 hours. The detailed plan would take you 3 hours. And that's just coming up with the detailed plan, you know, and then doing it would be one thing. It'd take even more time, but you have you have plans later. You have friends you want to go hang out with, or you have a lunch break coming up. You could just improvise and then get past that. That's lazy. Oh my gosh, I'm lazy. You are a relatively reserved and quiet person. Yeah, I'm not gonna agree all the way, only because when you get to know me, I'm like, hey, and loud, and you wish I would go away. If you had a business, you would find it very difficult to fire loyal but underperforming employees. Okay, this one is giving me issues already, because are they loyal just because they showed up for the job and, like, haven't quit, and they just don't do their jobs while they're there, like they're just lazy, or are they, like, loyal to you? They show up and they do their jobs, but they're just not making it there, you know? I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go here. I don't, like, I wouldn't find it very difficult, but I would still do it, you know? Like, if you're not doing your job, then you should go. You often contemplate the reasons for human existence. No, not at all. No, I don't ever think about that. I'm like, yeah, we're here. I contemplate the reason for my existence, but not for humans. Logic is usually more important than heart when it comes to making important decisions. I want to say that I slightly disagree. Because I'd like to believe that I'm a pretty logical person, but I do a lot of things based on heart. I'm gonna go with very lightly agree, because I mean, I do like doing things that the heart wants, but logic just dictates smarter decisions. Keeping your options open is more important than having a to-do list. Yeah, that's true. That's true. If your friend is sad about something, you are more likely to offer emotional support than suggest ways to deal with the problem. I disagree slightly. I'm middling at the disagree, because I will definitely offer you emotional support, but more than likely I will give you a way, or try and give you a way to deal with the problem, just because that's the way I handle my own problems. You rarely feel insecure. anybody who, well, there's probably a few people out there who are just really, really confident, but I think 90% of the people would pick this answer. Like, I am always so insecure. Like, I might, like, I don't know, I would like to believe that I seem to people that I'm, like, you know, pretty confident and secure and, like, everything, but I'm not. Like, you know, like, the littlest thing can happen and I turn into, like, a straight child. And I don't mean, like, tantrum or crying, but, like, I just go back to that feeling of just being so small and not being, and, like, helpless and not being able to do anything, so, you know. But it has to be, like, something that means something to me, I guess. I don't know. Whatevs. You have no difficulties coming up with a personal timetable and sticking to it. Also disagree. I am always constantly being like, okay, this is the things I'm gonna do today, and then whenever I realize, like, it's either almost time to do them or whatever, I'm like, nah. Unless it's stuff like, okay, well, let's get up, go to the store, or go pay bills, or go do something, then I'll do those things, or let's go to work. But if it's just, like, a personal thing, then yeah, no, I'm lazy. Straight up. I have the hiccups. No, I don't. Yeah, I do. I have the hiccups. It's gonna happen at some point. Being right is more important than being cooperative when it comes to teamwork. Sorry. Again, it's not that I'm not a team player, but being right to me, not like me being right, but even if it's somebody else being right, it's way more important than being a team player, coming to teamwork. Because this could apply to anything. Like, this could be like a group of your friends wanting to go do something really stupid, and instead of you being cooperative, like, hey, let's all go skydiving, when we don't know what we're doing, but we have the parachutes. Maybe that's more logically, you know, whatever. They're not all just gonna jump off of a plane. What's wrong with me? But, like, instead of you being like, yeah, I have no experience in that, let's do that, you could be like, nah, how about we not do that? Because I'm right. I don't know. I'll logic it out somehow. In my head, somewhere. You think that everyone's views should be respected regardless of whether they are supported by facts or not. Absolutely. I mean, if you have, like... if you have a view on something, like, yeah, it should be respected, even if, like, you don't agree with it, I guess. Like, you can disagree and then put your own views out there, or whatever. Like, yeah, like, this could go badly, too, because somebody could come up and be like, I don't like blah, 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 or I don't like this, or I don't like that, or I think this is stupid. And, you know, and, like, it might be super, like, upsetting or, like, offensive or something. But instead of just, like, coming down on that person and being like, well, you're stupid yourself, you dumb, you could always just be like, well, sorry you feel that way, you know, but here is another thing, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I'm just odd. I'm an odd duck. This next one is interesting. Okay. You feel more energetic after spending time with a group of people. Surprisingly, as much of an invert as, like, as much as I like spending time by myself, whenever I am out with people, I do get really pumped up and energized. Like, I really do. It's actually kind of nice. You know, it's like, it opens up this whole other world that you didn't even realize existed. And so, like, I mean, yeah, I could stay inside and read a book, but if someone shows up and is like, hey, let's go do stuff, I'm gonna be like, okay, and then I'm like, wow! And so whenever I, like, get home after that, I'm always way more energized. Like, I'll stay up all night, you know, I'll, like, that's the things that I like to do. It's just things. You frequently misplace your things. All the time. 100%. All the time. I misplace everything. You see yourself as very emotionally stable. Disagree. Very strongly disagree. Because I am not very emotionally stable. Like, I'm stable enough, but I'm not. You know? Like, I can cry at the drop of a hat. Not because I can make myself cry, but just because there's so much emotion that I fight off anyway, just to, like, make other people less uncomfortable, or because I like making everybody laugh and smile, like, in my natural everyday life anyway, so I'm always trying to project, like, this happiness that even whenever I'm, you know, sitting by myself, yeah, I'm more likely to let those other emotions out, but I'm still trying to be like, nah, it's cool, we're gonna be happy and fun. So I'm like I've always been this way, so it's not like, oh, what happened to you? You know, I'm sorry, Jasmine. No, I don't feel bad. But I've been like this when I was a kid, too, you know, I'm just always up and down. You know, it's just, I don't know, it's just how I've always kind of been. I guess that's just weird. It's my thing. Your mind is always buzzing with unexplored ideas and plans. Yeah, pretty much. Always. Like, I'm always thinking of, like, something new that, like, we could do, or something amazing that could happen, or, like, something impossible. Like, I'm always thinking about something. Like, my mind is like, you would not call yourself a dreamer. I completely disagree with that. I'm like 100% a dreamer. Like, all my life, like my entire life, I don't know, ever since I can remember. And I'm not even just saying this like, oh, it's just been said to me a lot. No, my actual entire life, people have told me that I needed to get my head out of the clouds, you know, and, you know, stay down here. But down here's not so fun. I want to go back up into the clouds, man. That sounds like, yeah, let's go back into, like, the ethereal planes, man. I want to be in the clouds. I don't even know what that is. Not even. No. No, thank you. This music is intense. You usually find it difficult to relax when talking in front of many people. Sorry, we just had to put a stop to that music. That was not a thing that could happen. Generally speaking, you rely more on your experience than your imagination. I'm gonna slightly agree with this, just because, generally speaking, in my everyday life, I do rely more on my experience than my imagination. But my imagination does help with certain things. But it's like almost like an even field. Like, I want to leave that neutral almost, but it's almost like because it's almost like an even field. Like, I want, so, like, my reality and my experience and my this is what I'm used to is almost equal to my imagination. So it's like, you could, but yeah, you know, it's like, I don't know, it's like a constant battle between them, you know. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Ignore me. You worry too much about what other people think. Why? Why is this a thing? I mean, I don't really care what other people think. But I'm gonna slightly agree with this, because I guess if it's certain people, then I do worry a lot. Like, I worry more about what I think. But it's like, if I think that other people can see what I think, like my imperfections, if I think other people can see those, my flaws, then I get more and more worried about it. So yeah, I guess so. I don't know. What's up with my face? Why am I making like winky faces and like weird faces at you guys? I'm sorry. I've also had a lot of like sugar and caffeine, because today marks the last day I can have energy drinks. And so I drank my last one earlier today. So hopefully that's a thing. I mean, I know I'm not supposed to be drinking them anyway, and I'm trying to get rid of them. But like I said, last month was candy, which went normal. So, and then this month is energy drinks, because I've already started going back to the candy. Like, I just not nearly as much. In fact, eating it, I was like, I gave like almost all of it away, because I was like, it just doesn't have the same oomph. If the room is full, you stay close to the walls, avoiding the center, like a wallflower. Absolutely. You have a tendency to procrastinate until there's not enough time to do everything. Sometimes. It depends on what it is. If it's something I'm excited about, then no, it's done immediately. But also, the wallflower thing, it's like, depending on who's in the room. Is there somebody I like in the center of the room? If there's somebody I really like in the center of the room, I'll be right there. You feel very anxious in stressful situations. Yeah. Yeah. If I feel stressed at all, I'm like gone. I'm just gone, you know? You believe it is more rewarding to be liked by others than to be powerful. I'm gonna very, very tinily disagree with this, because I do enjoy being liked by others. Who doesn't? Who doesn't like being liked by other people? But as much as I do enjoy being liked by other people, I don't actually care if they like me, you know? Like, I can be alone, you know? I would like to have some power, but I still want to be liked. But that's why I'm only slightly disagreeing with this, because I would much rather be powerful, but I also want to be liked. But, like, I don't know. You have always been interested in unconventional and ambiguous things. Example? I don't know why, I pronounced it with the G, because I felt like it, I guess. I don't know. In books, art, movies. Yeah. A++. You often take initiative in social situations. I completely disagree with that. Alright. Now we're gonna get our results. Your personality type is logician. Logician? Like a logician? Huh. That's INTP-T brackets. It shows me the percentage of stuffs. Okay, so my mind, this trait determines how we interact with our environment. I am 76% introverted and 24% extroverted. Awesome. I knew that. Energy. This trait shows where we direct our mental energies. I'm intuitive by 72%. Yeah, I got that 6th sense. No, I actually got like 6th sense. I don't even have 6th sense, but wouldn't that be effing great if I just pulled up 6th sense? That would be... Oh man, no, that would be the best. I'm sorry. That is the greatest thing. And then only 28% observant. I am observant. I am the most observant ever. I just don't show it in my energy. But I'm very observant. You know, I notice things about people that, like right away. Well, I guess that's intuitive. I don't know. Whatever. But I am observant. My 28%. Yeah. Nature. This trait determines how we make decisions and cope with emotions. 56% is thinking. I guess I think a lot. And then 44% is feeling. So I have almost like a half and half there. There's slightly more thinking than there is feeling, but I'm still almost, you know, I'm on that line, you know, which is kind of cool. I guess I am kind of like that, you know. Tactics. This trait reflects our approach to work, planning, and decision making. I'm only 30% judging, obviously, and then prospecting. I'm a prospector or something. I'm prospecting, and I'm 70%. My identity. I'm assertive by only 15%, and I'm completely turbulent at 85%. Don't I that kind of reminds me of Vegeta, cause he's always I'm the king of all Saiyans, so I'm assertive as hell, but I'm also turbulent, cause every time I go to sleep, I just start running from my parents, and then they disappear, and then there's Goku, and then there's everybody else, and they're just telling me I'm not good enough. Where it came from, absolutely no idea. I just saw turbulent and then that's what flashed in my head, so yeah. But that's my results. I want to say, start reading. Reading what? Oh, so not only that, it gives me like a thing. I'm not gonna read all of this. Oh, there's an A type too. I didn't know that there was a negative A and negative T. I kind of want to know what the negative A is. Maybe someone who's like more logical in thinking instead of feeling, or more, one that's, I don't know, or maybe someone who's not as turbulent as I am. The unexamined, not really. I don't know. Logicians are known for their brilliant theories and unrelenting logic. In fact, they are considered the most logically precise in all of the personality types. Well, duh! Sorry, it's just because they called them logicians, and then you're like, oh, they're the most logicians you may know. Bill Gates, Ellen Page, Kristen Stewart, and Albert Einstein, and Rene Descartes. You know what he looks like? This is the guy from Pocahontas, isn't it? Tell me this guy is not the guy from Pocahontas. Tell me, and I will show you a very wrong person. This is the exact guy from Pocahontas. I mean, it's not, but it is. He's like the big dude with the pug. Love it. Anyways, I'm going to put the link for this test down below, and so you guys can take this test, and whether you can either film it, and I'll watch your videos, or you can just let me know what your results were, because I think it'd be really cool just to see what your results were. You don't have to, like, go into detail. You can just tell me what you were in, like, the little box that it says, like, your results. What you were. Anyways, or if you have any thoughts on what my results were, I would like to hear your comments on that, too. That'd be really cool. Again, I want to say super thanks for getting me to 100 subscribers. That's actually super, super awesome. I'm actually kind of stoked about that. I don't know, it's just really cool. If you guys want to like this video, you can always do that by clicking the little like button. Probably, is it over here? Is that where it usually is now on the side, or is it over here on the side? I think it's this side, but I don't remember which side my camera is facing because I'm filming on the other thing. Whatever. It's underneath the screen. You'll see it. And if you feel you want to subscribe, you can always click the little button in the right-hand corner of this video. I know where that is. You go right underneath there. There's a like button and a dislike button. You can do one of those. And for more things that I've done, you can click on any of the links in the description. Well, I love you guys, and I hope to catch you in the next video. Bye, guys!